Talk to me.
Information, news, and entertainment on demand.
WSRadio.com.
Welcome to The Changing Stage, music gear talk from the manufacturers and musicians who define the biz. Here's your host, Florentino Buenaventura.
All right. You are now with the Changing Stage radio show. I think you heard that earlier from the intro there. My name is Florentino Buenaventura, and we are powered by WS Radio Network, brought to you by Pitbull Audio, and also brought to you by SIR Music Equipment Rentals. And oh man, this is a great day in music because it's a day we all get the chance to see all of the good toys and all the good gear here. And we're at the NAMM show. Yeah,
NAMM show.
All right. So, folks, we got a long list of folks to join us here as guests, but I want to bring on a special guest because this person has been really huge when it comes down to music, action sports, and now she's got a new TV show, and it's going to be all about She Rocks.
Yeah.
So Meredith, come on in.
Hey, Florentino, I am so excited to be here. Thank you so much for having us. This is so exciting.
Yeah, it is. There's not very many radio stations broadcasting. Only us and KLS.
Wow.
KLOS are broadcasting from the NAMM show. But you also brought a special guest as well.
Yes, I did. Well, we have a new TV show. We are the first TV series that's featuring women in the music and audio industries. It's called She Rocks the Planet. And we shot this at NAMM last year, and our first episode, Sheila E. Icon, is a whole hour special about Sheila E. And I'm so excited because we are 16 official nominations and selections in international independent film festivals and 7 awards so far. We've only just launched a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
And I have brought with me one of our discoveries, Alexi. She's an award-winning drummer. We discovered her last year. We interviewed her. She was the first Hit Like a Girl Zildjian Grand Champion for the juvenile category when she was 10 years old. And I thought she did, okay, I'm going to get kind of in trouble for this, but she did better than the person who was interviewing her. So when we were coming back this year, I said, I got to get some new guest hosts to check them out for the show here at NAMM. And I asked Alexi, and she and her father said, yeah, sure. And she is now just 12 years old. So I'm going to let you talk to Alexi for a minute. Go ahead, Alexi.
Hello.
How you doing, Alexi?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. I'm assuming this is your first NAMM, or have you been before?
This is my 4th year.
4th year? Wow.
Yes.
Okay. Wow, you're like a veteran. I feel like I don't know. Have we been coming here 4 years, Paul? Paul's our producer.
3.
3. So you got us beat.
This is my year 2. So she's actually taking us around. She knows everybody. And she's going, oh, hey, hi, and giving them hugs and high fives and everything. And she's telling us what we should be doing.
That is awesome. So is this your first radio show? Have you been on radio before?
Not yet.
Awesome. So this is my blessed moment. I get to say that Alexi was on my radio show first time out. So high five on that. That's amazing to me. So that's. Hopefully, when you get your recording done, we'll get you on air too. We're going to be starting some new radio programming where we're going to bring on live artists. So that'll be great.
Yes.
You're a drummer.
Yes.
Obviously, because you've won many competitions and you've highly impressed Meredith here. What inspired you to be a drummer?
Well, when I was young, around 3 or 4, in a young age, I watched this TV show called Naked Brothers Band.
Yeah.
And then when I saw the drummer play, I was really influenced to play. So then I kept bugging my parents for more than a year, and they finally got me a drum set.
Awesome. And what kind of drum set was that?
It was a red Tama drum set.
Okay, so they got you kind of a big drum set, and you were like, what? I'm just going to speculate, 6 years old? 6 years old?
Yes.
Wow. So they didn't go to they went all the full route. So that's very cool. And what kind of music were you starting off playing?
Rock. Classic rock.
Classic rock. Okay. You just made Paul happy over there.
All right, Paul.
We're in a band together as well, so we play. I make him play soul music and dance stuff, but he loves classic rock.
I make him play classic rock music.
He does.
Yeah.
We kind of blend it. So what were some of the artists that inspired you?
John Bonham from Led Zeppelin.
Okay.
Neil Peart from Rush. Eric Singer from Kiss.
Oh, nice.
Ian Pace.
Nice.
Hey, you should tell him you've done some stuff with Eric Singer, haven't you?
Yes.
Tell him about that.
I'm actually really close friends with Eric Singer.
Wow.
Yes. We always have dinner with each other. He also brought me up to play on Tommy Lee's drum set, from Motley Crue.
Yeah.
About almost 3 years ago.
And what's your favorite drum set to play on?
A really big drum set, any kind.
So describe, if you have your dream drum set, because you got a choice here. There's like any drum that you want, custom, brand name, it's all here. Tama, Yamaha, you name it, DW. Give me the description of what you would want to have, and what would be your dream drum set?
Neil Peart's drum set.
Okay, so like
a drum set like that where it goes all around.
Yes.
Yeah.
Surround, you could have the stage that kind of pivots and moves while you're there. That is awesome. And what, if you can describe your sound of music, what's going to be your ideal sound?
Rock. Yeah.
So is there artists that has inspired you that you would like move towards? Like, I'm really a big soul guy. I love like Otis Redding.
Led Zeppelin.
And she's got some, she's got some really amazing female role models. You should ask her about some of the female drummers that she really loves.
Yeah, because this is all about she-rocks, and you're going to be one of the leading she-rock drummers. Who are some of those inspiring female drummers?
Sheila E., Emmanuel Caplet, and Cindy Blackman.
Okay, Little Santana.
Yeah.
And obviously Sheila's been with everybody. She's played for everybody. She's amazing. And I got a chance to see the special you folks are airing on YouTube, and it was awesome. It was good.
Thank you.
It was inspiration. So now you've done Planet X. Let's kind of start off with the beginning, Meredith.
Yeah.
You started off in action sports, but I knew you and Dawn, and you guys did. You basically married a lot of music. I mean, that was part of the whole thing.
Absolutely. Well, Planet X is in its 20th anniversary year now. We started 1995.
Yes.
We are the first Gen X, Gen Y action sports, action lifestyle TV series.
Okay.
And we have been in 150 million households internationally for that time as an indie prod production company.
Wow.
I know, like People Magazine should be like the little show that could. And we started where we would have a lot of unsigned bands because, the independent artists, they have the toughest time to get out there.
Yeah.
So we were able to get a lot of their music and feature their music and put it on with surf videos and snowboard videos and running videos. And I mean, we would say we cover all sorts of sports from the extreme to the mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
If it moves, grunts, or grinds, Planet X will shoot it.
Yeah.
So those are some of the, and I always would like to say that we were the finest in guerrilla television.
And so you've been doing that, and that continues there. I just
still
seen it
continues
on.
My interests have always been a little bit more in women, working with children, and music and art. So last year I had the opportunity, I met Laura B. Whitmore, who created the She Rocks Awards, which is going to be tomorrow night, and they're honoring the Bangles.
Yes.
Mindy Aber, who is getting a Grammy nomination this year.
Wow, we've seen her actually.
I mean, is she like fantastic?
She's
I
amazing
love
with her and Rick Braun and Peter White. We've seen their show.
And then
touring.
They have the house band is going to be some of the gals from Zepparella.
Okay.
Gretchen Menn and Angeline Saris, who also has an episode coming up, and we're also going to be doing some interviews with Gretchen Menn and Angeline Saris and Clementine, who's their drummer. Let's see. We also have Alpha she's had some music on the Kardashians. We also met her last year here.
Okay.
She was interviewed. We have an episode that we're working on with her and Lisa Loeb.
Okay. Yeah.
And so Alpha impressed me as well. So she's going to be one of our other guest hosts along with Alexi this year. And let's see. So we're covering the red carpet. And then She Rocks the Planet is a complimentary television show for the She Rocks Awards, the Women's International Music Network, and the Women's Music Summit, and all these amazing things that Laura B. Whitmore has created and founded. And she's an editor at Guitar World Magazine and Acoustic Nation.
Yes.
So it just keeps kind of building and connecting, which is really amazing. And so Laura B. Whitmore gave us an opportunity. And oh, by the way, she's co-hosting the She Rocks Awards. This is their first red carpet. It's being co-hosted by Laura B. Whitmore and Orianti. So this is like amazing. And Melina Moy is going to be on the red carpet. She's the female Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah, guitar players.
She gave us our theme song, Chaotic, which is featuring Bootsy Collins, which I love Bootsy. We're all from Ohio.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that's like we're the Ohio Love Club. So she gave us our theme song, which is fantastic. And so she's going to be there. I mean, there's so many celebrities. Their first red carpet. This is so huge. And this is our second NAMM.
Yeah.
So now we created Sheila E. Icon, and last year Sheila E. won the Big Top Award at the She Rocks Awards. So then they did an interview at the Lennon Bus. We just came from the Lennon Bus. Lexi just interviewed Brian Rothschild.
Oh, nice.
She got a tour of the Lennon Bus. The Berklee College music students were learning how to make music with George Clinton. We did an interview with George Clinton. She did her first interview with George Clinton.
That's how you do it, Alexi. Go right to the top. He's like the king of funk, so that's awesome.
Yes.
And he rocks it out too with Funky Dad. Like you have to listen to that. Hey, I hear the background music, so that means we are going to a commercial break, folks. So we're going to be back in 3 minutes. This is the Changing Stage Radio Show, live from the NAMM show, brought to you by WSRadio.com. We'll be right back.
Yay!
Are you serious about your music? Are you ready to run with the big dogs? The experts at Pitbull Audio have the gear to get you into the game. Serious gear for serious players from leading manufacturers like Mesa Boogie, Fender, Pioneer, Ernie Ball, and American Audio. To sound your best, you need the best. Dropping beats, shredding guitar, or making the crowd roar. Whatever you dream, Pitbull Audio can make it happen. PitbullAudio.com. The action starts here. PitbullAudio.com.
The Penske Automotive Group is one of the premier automotive retailers in the country, and we're proud to serve Southern California with 15 Penske Automotive dealerships. Our dealers are home to some of San Diego's best selection of new and certified pre-owned Acura, Audi, BMW, Honda, Lexus, Mazda, Mercedes-Benz, Mini, Scion, Smart, and Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Plus, we offer some of the most comprehensive parts and service departments in the automotive industry. At Penske Automotive Southern California, our commitment to customer service is second to none. We're never satisfied until you are. Located across San Diego, from Escondido to Mission Valley, no matter where you are in Southern California, a Penske Automotive dealer is never far away. We're never satisfied until you are. The Penske Automotive Group, Southern California. Go to PenskeAutomotive.com.
Has your business been appified? Are you tired of doing marketing that doesn't deliver results? Mobile apps build loyalty and quality retention. Your app from UPG Mobile puts your business on their mind and at their fingertips. UPG Mobile will give you a custom app highlighting how you are unique, targeting your message, and improving your open rates. Appify your business and amplify your presence with your customers at upgmobilemarketinggroup.com.
Love to read but just don't have the time? With Audible.com, you can catch up on reading simply by listening. Audible has the largest collection of digital audiobooks, over 85,000 titles in every genre. Listen to a bestseller on your iPhone, BlackBerry, Android smartphone, or one of 500 other compatible devices. Visit audible.com/WSRadio today and get a free audiobook when you try Audible free for 14 days. That's audible.com/WSRadio.
This is Bill Gruber with BizVid Communications, a Southern California video production leader. We've been honored to sponsor, produce, write, and host many of the fine programs on WS Radio over the years. So we understand how important the internet and your website exposure are. As video producers, we know the tricks and secrets to incorporate video to increase your search engine optimization and business success. Visit bizvidcommunications.com to see what we can do for you. BIZVID communications.com.
Talk
Information, news, and entertainment on demand.
WSRadio.com.
Welcome to the Changing Stage, music gear talk from the manufacturers and musicians who define the biz. Here's your host, Florentino Buenaventura.
Yes, we are into the second segment of the Changing Stage radio show, powered by WS Radio Networks and brought to you by Pitbull Audio and SIR Music Equipment Rentals. And we are at the NAMM show, and it is an awesome time here. There are so many incredible people. We've met so many talented folks. Got a chance to run into Marcus Miller just recently, and it was just pretty amazing. And we are here with an amazing talent. We've had her on. We have Lexi with us, and Lexi is one of the up-and-coming drummers that's going to really change the world in rock. Lexi, we were just talking in the break. You at 10 years old are an endorsed player, which is amazing.
Yes.
It's like the aspiration that most players, really strive for, and you did it at 10. That's just awesome. Tell us, who are the companies that you're endorsed by?
When I was around 8, I was endorsed by a cymbal company, but I'm not with them anymore.
Okay. Who's that? Let me give a little shout out. Who's that?
Sultan Cymbals.
Sultan Cymbals, but you have a new cymbal company now, right?
Yes.
Who's that?
I'm with CRX Cymbals, and
Okay.
I use Zildjian also.
Oh, awesome. Both great brands. They're all here. If you folks are at the NAMM show right now, you want to make sure you come by and check out those. But you're also endorsed by probably one of the most prolific drum companies out there. Who's that?
Pearl Drums.
Pearl Drums. That's amazing. So they need to give you that big giant Pearl drum set so you can have like a whole entourage of people bringing that for you.
Yeah.
What size kit do you have? What are you rocking right now?
It's actually quite big. It's around a 13 or 11 piece set.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your kick drum size?
Around 22.
22. Okay. So yeah, that's the big one. There we go. That is awesome. And what are some of the next things that you're looking forward to with your musical career and also with your hosting career?
I have a goal of playing with many bands, touring around the world.
Awesome.
It's one of my dreams.
That's awesome. Where have you played so far?
I've played at Nokia, Club Nokia.
Okay.
Yeah, with Stevie Wonder. I played the djembe
Again,
with them.
She doesn't go to. It's not like she played with like some band that's kind of coming up. It's like I went to Stevie Wonder. I interviewed George Clinton. That's all.
Well, I mean, start at the top. Why not?
Exactly.
Go to the top.
That is awesome. So you played the Nokia Club with Stevie Wonder?
Yes. Sometimes at casinos in Las Vegas.
Okay.
With this other Las Vegas local band.
Okay. And that's where you're from, is Las Vegas?
I'm actually living here now.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah.
But originally you were from Las Vegas?
Yes.
What was the local band, if you don't mind me asking? I know a few of them over there.
Sin City Sinners.
Okay. Definitely a heavy metal band. That's awesome. So your host, Meredith, you have discovered this young talent. How are you going to integrate some of these great artists, whether they be known or whether they're coming up right now?
Well, the cool thing about She Rocks the Planet, the first TV series that is focusing on women in the music and audio industries, is that we are all women, all music, all ages, all styles, from the youngest to the oldest, award-winning musicians. And that's never been done before. That's a very unique idea in television, or actually anywhere. And we're the champions of the independent artists.
That's awesome.
Because they really need it. Because the big ones, they get on everything. They get on, The View, The Today Show, this and that, And I want to have these independent artists be able to, whatever they play, guitar, drums, pianos, singers, songwriters, we want to be the champion of that undiscovered talent, and they could be the next Alexi, where I'm like going, wow, you're doing a really great job. Let's give you a chance to guest host. So it's really kind of a new idea, and we're really developing it. I mean, we're only in our first year. We've only gotten the first episode out a couple months ago.
Yeah.
And I told you, we're winning all these awards, and we're in film festivals, and we're not even a film. We're a TV pilot, but it's like really amazing. I'm so excited.
To me, it kind of rocks like a documentary / TV show. So it's like a short documentary, really, because you kind of bring out the spirit and the essence of the artist versus sometimes TV shows have a tendency to be very top level, and you guys kind of get into the grit of it all.
Exactly.
Tell us about how that process that you do to help bring that passion out of the artist into a video spectrum.
Well, we're like a news journal music magazine, and again, it's something that's kind of different and that people aren't doing, and we're also educational, informational, entertaining. And we want to be able to, like, say there's a mom out there, and she's wondering what does she want to have her daughter or her son. Like, we interview really cool guys too, like George Clinton. Last year we interviewed Art Alexakis. I mean, we're open to the guys too, but it's a female focus. And like mom's out there, and she's like, Lexi had to bug her parents for like a year and a half, almost 2 years, to get her a drum set.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like it to be where if they are looking at their children and they say, this kid has musical talent. And I used to teach private piano lessons, so I know, and I love working with little kids. If they go, they've got musical talent, but they're not sure where to start, our show could help them, because we'll be featuring a lot of the products, like Daisy Rock Guitars. They're the first girl guitar company out there. Tish Saravallo is a total pioneer in this, and they're celebrating their 15th anniversary this year. We're going to be doing a big in-depth interview with her. They may see Sheila E. They might go, wow, I want to be a drummer. Then they're seeing Alexi, and they're going, wow, look at that kid can play, so why do we have to wait to get our kid a drum?
Yeah.
Or they might see Alpha. She's a multi-instrumentalist. She plays ukulele, guitar, piano. She sings and songwrites. She's been on, songs have been on the Kardashians. So instead of waiting and having these kids going, Mom, 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 they'll be looking at our show and they'll go, wow, I think I have the next Alexi or the next Alpha or the next Sheila E. Why don't we get them into this now? And maybe the instruments are too big for these little kids, so then they're going, oh, wow, we heard about Daisy Rock Guitar, so we can get our child a Daisy Rock Girl Guitar for a holiday or for a birthday. And so it starts to make sense. And then we're also going to be giving information about various schools that the kids could aspire to go to. Maybe they're little now, but it isn't too soon to start thinking about Berklee College of Music, Musicians Institute, where Orianthi was
and I think you're working with the NAMM organization, because they have a really big school program.
Absolutely. In fact, we found out a lot about NAMM. We have in our second episode, She Rocks Awards Music TV special, we talk about NAMM, and I really didn't know what that was, and a lot of the public doesn't know. But they do the show every year, and everybody comes from international to sell the music instruments. But after they have all the expenses, all the money actually goes to music programs in the schools, music programs in communities. It's a beautiful thing. Everybody should just play.
Yeah, and I think that's really big, because right now the music industry and the music equipment industry is in such a dynamic flux, because we're not sure how to make it in the business anymore as a musician. There's so many different ways. Before, it was a very difficult but very clear-cut way. You made a demo tape, you put enough money to put together, you got it to an A&R guy. If you were lucky, they listened to it and they tell you no, until you got to somebody said yes. And then you record an album, hopefully it caught on because they pushed it in radio. It's not that way anymore. Radio doesn't break artists anymore. It's so many different ways and so many different opportunities. I think what Lexi's doing is amazing, where she's establishing herself right now in the business, doing it through multiple media sources, as well as working with credible people and starting off at the top. That's awesome.
I know.
I wish I would have done that.
Well, with social media and YouTube and all the things that have changed, I mean, Justin Bieber, I guess, really was one of the big first YouTube social media. They broke him, and so it's all very different right now. And then I'm an ASCAP writer-publisher member, and ASCAP has given us materials also for our TV shows. And a lot of it's about creativity, why people should be paying for music, why this is important.
Yes.
And so it's all changing, because ASCAP, as well as NAMM, they're in Washington, D.C., lobbying for the rights of the songwriters, lobbying for the rights of creators. And the public doesn't always understand that. So there's a lot of discussion about, should music just be free? But then how is an artist, how is a musician, how is Alexi, as she grows up, able to make a living at what she wants to do and what she loves to do? And I believe all artists, no matter what they do, we have the right to be making a living at what we want to do.
I agree. And I think that the dynamics too, I think, one of the things we try to drive, especially for the NAMM show here, is independent music stores. I don't know, when you first got your drums, where'd you get your drums from, Alexi?
Sam Ash Music Store.
Sam Ash. Well, they're a big chain, but they're still a local music store, whereas a lot of companies are they're all buying online, or people, not companies, buying online. So it's kind of important that we look at the independent music retailers, because that's where we get our support. Now, with about a minute left, Meredith, tell me, where is She Rocks the Planet going as a way of a TV show, and what's your goal for it?
Well, right now our YouTube channel is She Rocks the Planet, and our website is sherockstheplanet.tv, and our goal is to become the television series for all of those women artists and really cool guys, all ages, all music styles, from the youngest to the oldest, all different types of music on our show, where we can really get that out to the public. And we want to be internationally. We want to be everywhere. We want to have versions of She Rocks the Planet. I mean, we're starting kind of small, but everything starts with a dream.
I think that is awesome. That's what this place is all about today. It's all about the dreams. Wow, we're finished with our second segment here, and it's just going fast. This is Florentino Buenaventura on the Changing Stage Radio Show, powered by WS Radio Networks and brought to you by SIR and Pitbull Audio. Thank you, Meredith D. Winter, Alexi. She Rocks the Planet. We'll be right back with another segment coming up shortly.
Woo!
On the internet, your business's reputation can be unjustly destroyed in an instant. Don't wait for that to happen. Building and marketing your 5-star reputation can increase your business by as much as 19%. Take control of your reputation and have the 5-star reputation you deserve with Reputation Marketing Solutions by DSI Development. Become the go-to company by visiting 5starrepmarketing.com. The number 5starrepmarketing.com.
Are you serious about your music? Are you ready to run with the big dogs? The experts at Pitbull Audio have the gear to get you into the game. Serious gear for serious players from leading manufacturers like Mesa Boogie, Fender, Pioneer, Ernie Ball, and American Audio. To sound your best, you need the best. Dropping beats, shredding guitar, or making the crowd roar. Whatever you dream, Pitbull Audio can make it happen. PitbullAudio.com. The action starts here. PitbullAudio.com.
The Penske Automotive Group is one of the premier automotive retailers in the country, and we're proud to serve Southern California with 15 Penske Automotive dealerships. Our dealers are home to some of San Diego's best selection of new and certified pre-owned Acura, Audi, BMW, Honda, Lexus, Mazda, Mercedes-Benz, Mini, Scion, Smart, and Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Plus, we offer some of the most comprehensive parts and service departments in the automotive industry. At Penske Automotive Southern California, our commitment to customer service is second to none. We're never satisfied until you are. Located across San Diego, from Escondido to Mission Valley, no matter where you are in Southern California, a Penske Automotive dealer is never far away. We're never satisfied until you are. The Penske Automotive Group, Southern California. Go to PenskeAutomotive.com.
Come quench your desire for adventure as you indulge your Epicurean spirit at the Zapp Zinfandel Experience on January 29th to 31st in San Francisco. This one-of-a-kind festival offers a variety of experiences where you'll mingle with winemakers and other wine lovers in an atmosphere of pure Zin paradise. Zapp Zinfandel Experience. It's 4 extraordinary events and 1 classic varietal. To learn more and for special ticket pricing, go to vinvillage.com. Vin Village is where Zin lovers connect.
Which sandwich is healthy and tasty? Which sandwich can come on bread or in a bowl? Which sandwich comes 51 different ways, so it's always your way? A which sandwich. Stop into our shop in Hazard Center. We're upstairs from the Hazard Center Digiplex. Bring in your movie ticket. We will add a free drink and chips to your sandwich order. Or order online at whichwich.com and we will have it ready and waiting. WHICH, WICH. Whichwich.com.
Talk to me.
Information, news, and entertainment on demand.
WSRadio.com.
Welcome to the Changing Stage, music gear talk from the manufacturers and musicians who define the biz. Here's your host, Florentino Buenaventura.
We are back with the Changing Stage radio show powered by WS Radio Networks and brought to you by SIR Music Equipment Manufacturer, or Music Equipment Rentals. I mean, we're dealing with a lot of music equipment manufacturers, as well as our good friends over at Pitbull Audio, where you can get the best gear for the best prices. And we are at the NAMM show, and the NAMM show is all about music gear, and that's what we're all about. We're all about the music business, and right now we are going to be bringing on Pioneer in a few short moments. But if you haven't been to the NAMM show, we will we want to kind of give you some clues on what it's all about here. NAMM show brings the best artists as well as the best gear manufacturers and also the music equipment manufacturers into one place, a huge convention hall in Anaheim, California, not too far away from Disneyland. And the whole goal here is to fuel the music business, to talk about all this cool gear, to talk about all the fun things that these musicians are doing with it. There's a lot of concerts. There are a lot of different vendors here, and we've got DJ J showing up right now. How's it going, DJ J? I'm going to have you put these headphones on here.
Going well. Thank you.
What's going on, man? So Pioneer is in the house. You guys got a little display out there. You also got a big booth.
We do. It's a big show for us. NAMM 2015. We're bringing the big stuff.
So, Jay, tell me a little bit about, now people know Pioneer obviously from the days of, turntables, but not necessarily DJing, but like the tuners and everything, home audio gear. You guys are huge in the DJ world.
We are. We got into it 20 years ago, actually 21 now. 1994 was the first piece of kit that we brought out in the DJ world. We, of course, as you say, are known since the 30s for electronics, home audio, and then car audio, and we did some karaoke and Laserdisc and things like that, and the DJ was kind of the next progression.
That's right, you guys did the first Laserdisc. That's crazy.
We did. Yeah, big huge CDs. Yeah, and it was something that we kind of looked around and said, hey, this DJ thing seems to be taking off back in the 90s. And I mean, as you know, DJ's been around really forever. There's a couple great books going way back to the disco days of the 30s and the 40s when there was talk of it and thoughts of it.
Yeah.
But the 90s really brought it to the forefront of there's a time and it's a need to bring in some gear. So we started back with a CDJ 500 back in 1994, and it's brought us all the way 21 years later today, where we're really the industry standard. We've created products that DJs have embraced that makes their lives better, makes their ability to make money better. And they can trust them and they rely on them. And I mean, really, we're taking technology, taking it to the best level we can, but always considering making it durable, making it long-lasting, because people need tools to do their job, and we're there to make sure that their job's done well.
Yeah, now we're here at the NAMM show, and you guys obviously have a lot of cool products to display. What are some of the things that you guys are going to be showing here and tell the people that are listening right now that are maybe on their way here? Because this show, if, we haven't had a chance to talk, but this show is all about the music business, about the gear manufacturers, and it's all directed towards people in the industry.
Awesome. So, yeah, it's a great turnout, by the way. NAMM 2015 is looking really good outside.
Yeah.
And there's busy in the booth.
How about the parking, man? It took us an hour and 15 minutes to park. I've been here many times. That's the first time.
This is my 11th NAMM, and every year you look around in the first couple of days of the week, you're like, wow, there's nobody here.
Yeah.
And then you get up on Thursday morning and it's like the lines start.
Yeah.
And the crowd is, and it's a buzz in the air. And it's, you know what, I'm a music lover. Any music, anytime, any place. I'm a DJ full time. You know, I'm here in the booth as a demonstrator for Pioneer. I'm excited. But just the passion in the air you can feel here at NAMM, I mean, it's like literally palpable. And I love that. And if you come into the Pioneer booth, one of the ways that we've kind of given our love to NAMM is we've launched gear here. So we're really excited. We've actually got 4 new products that you're going to see here. 2 of them were launched last night.
Oh, wow.
They're actually being launched here at NAMM. We've got a new all-in-one controller that's working off flash drive media. Doesn't have CDs in it.
Okay.
You don't need a laptop. It's actually a one-piece unit. It's got 2 kind of CDJ style controllers and then a 2-channel mix in the middle.
Okay.
It's the XDJ RX.
Okay.
That's being seen for the first time anywhere in the world here at NAMM 2015.
That's awesome.
We're also showing our PLX 1000. Oh, go ahead.
Before on that, what's the street price on that, or actually what's the manufacturer list price on that?
That's $14.99.
$14.99.
Yep.
And the thing is, you know, obviously there's different types of prices for devices, but I think the thing to realize about Pioneers, it is the echelon. So if you wanted a Rolex, it's like the Rolex of the watch industry, or you know the Bentleys of the automobile industry. So
I mean we say it all the time, and it's because of our fans and our end users that have made us who we are. I mean, we make the gear and they buy the gear, but they tell us what they need. We respond in kind, and we've become really the industry standard for that reason. It's not a title that we ever take for granted. It's something that we cherish and something that we look at and say, you know, what can we do to make people even happier? Because, like I said earlier, these are tools.
Yeah.
You know, we all have a job. If the tool you have for your job doesn't work, you go get another tool.
Yeah.
You still have to do your job. You got to feed your family. So, you know, we're very honored and proud every year to make gear that people respond and buy. And, you know, that's what it comes down to. You have to make the right things.
Yeah.
The XDJ RX is certainly one of those. We launched our turntables this year, actually last year, 2014, the PLX
awesome.
1000s.
You guys are starting new turntables.
You know what? What's old is new. What's new is old, kind of thing, I guess. But
well, they said that
there's a desire.
There's the vinyls up as sales compared to CDs.
That is what I've heard. I've heard vinyl, needles, everything. There's been a surge over the last few years about it, and I think that's exciting. I think it's good to see the new generation of DJs kind of embrace the technology and understand that. You know, it's like anything else. It's, I guess, like learning with a manual and, you know, any other correlation or metaphor you want to use for having to work harder for things. But it's nice to see that that's the direction the market's taking. So we decided to answer that by coming out. It's been quite a long time since any big manufacturer came out with a turntable.
Yeah.
We came out. We've had a great response from the right people. Some amazing talent will be here. I don't want to say names yet, but it's one of those kind of wait and see things.
Well, we got DJ J, man. That's the name right there, brother.
You know, I mean, I'm a little plug. I'm going to be playing over in the arena stage area.
Oh, that's going to be awesome.
We'll be doing that Friday. But we have a sponsored stage outside.
Okay.
We have some people playing in our booth. You know, we have a lot going on. NAMM is one of those shows where, you know, it's a great way to start the year.
Yeah.
You know, it's not only you want to have a happy new year, but you want to have a happy year. And one of the first big things you can run to is the NAMM show. And this is where, you know, the passion is, and people come out and they want to see it. People are excited. I mean, it's good to stand there and look at inanimate objects and have people come up with a big smile like, oh, I heard about this. I read this online. I heard this on a forum. I really want to try it. I went to pioneerdjusa.com and they had a big article about it, and now I get to see it and touch it. And that's what this show is about. You know, we've got the gear and we want you to come in and try the gear out.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, one of our sponsors, Pitbull Audio, is a big DJ online.
I was just down there.
Oh, you were? Okay.
I was down in because I'm in Temecula area, so
really?
I was actually down.
We're in San Diego.
Yeah, I was down. I was down in at Pitbull about a month and a half ago. Did a little thing with Pioneer, and it was great. And you know, hopefully we'll be back down there doing some more stuff. We've got the gear between the XDJ RX. We've got, you know, the PLX 1000, like I said. Got our new headphones that we literally just launched this morning, the HDJ 2000 Mark IIs.
Press release,
we've also got the HRM 7s, which are studio monitors.
Okay.
Beautiful, really comfortable, self-adjusting, 40 millimeter diameter setups.
Are you marketing those to studios, or that is kind of like a different variation for a DJ?
It's much more for production or studio.
Okay.
I mean, if you come by and see them, you'll see what I mean. They've got this rubber
for sure,
piece on the top that actually adjusts to your head. really, really comfortable, really, really soft, set up for wearing for long term. I mean, doing interviews like this today would be a perfect example of where they'd come in.
Yeah.
Because they're really made to cover your whole ear so they're comfortable.
Awesome.
So, a lot going on over in the booth. Our 21st year in the DJ industry. We're excited. It's NAMM 2015. I mean, we're honored to be here, and we're honored to be, even having you talk to me. It's an honor. I mean, I'm doing a radio interview because I'm a DJ. I think that's awesome.
Well, hey, don't those two go together, right? Although we're talk radio. I come from a music background. I kind of stumbled into this myself, so it's pretty cool. Now, what are some of the things that you guys are focusing on? We got about... actually, there's the music. So we're going to, if it's all right, we're going to bring you back for the next segment.
Sure.
Talk a bit more. This is Florentino from the Changing Stage Radio Show, powered by WS Radio Networks, brought to you by SIR and Pitbull Audio. We are here with DJ J from Pioneer, and we'll be back in a few short minutes.
Are you serious about your music? Are you ready to run with the big dogs? The experts at Pitbull Audio have the gear to get you into the game. Serious gear for serious players from leading manufacturers like Mesa Boogie, Fender, Pioneer, Ernie Ball, and American Audio. To sound your best, you need the best. Dropping beats, shredding guitar, or making the crowd roar. Whatever you dream, Pitbull Audio can make it happen. PitbullAudio.com. The action starts here. PitbullAudio.com.
Take a break from politics. Tune in and learn something. WS Radio shows are worth your time and are filled with tips and advice. Add us to your lunch routine, and we'll give you a meal for your mind.
Which sandwich is healthy and tasty? Which sandwich can come on bread or in a bowl? Which sandwich comes 51 different ways, so it's always your way? A which sandwich. Stop into our shop in Hazard Center. We're upstairs from the Hazard Center Digiplex. Bring in your movie ticket. We will add a free drink and chips to your sandwich order. Or order online at which.com, and we will have it ready and waiting. WHICH, which.com.
Has your business been appified? Are you tired of doing marketing that doesn't deliver results? Mobile apps build loyalty and quality retention. Your app from UPG Mobile puts your business on their mind and at their fingertips. UPG Mobile will give you a custom app highlighting how you are unique, targeting your message, and improving your open rates. Appify your business and amplify your presence with your customers at upgmobilemarketinggroup.com.
When you think of the ultimate shipping solution for your business, you should think Indicia. That's E-N-D-I-C-I-A. Indicia. That's all you have to say. And it's a lot easier than saying this. Betty Butter bought some butter, but she said the butter's bitter. If I put this butter in my batter, it will make my batter bitter. Yes, I think I'd rather say Indicia. And you should say Indicia too when you want smart, efficient e-commerce shipping software. Visit Indicia.com/radio. That's ENDICIA.com/radio.
Do you want to see Elevate in person? Do you want to meet Stephanie, Sierra, and Ariel in person? Well, we're coming to your city. All you have to do is go to WeDemand.com/elevate. You heard me. WeDemand.com/elevate. You love their music? They put on a great show. It's time to invite them into your domain. WeDemand.com/elevate is all you have to do. I'm out. This is KW Reed. Baby, baby, baby.
Hi, this is Rob Barnett, VinVillage.com, where wine lovers connect. Be sure to tune in weekly to Vin Village Radio for exclusive, in-depth interviews with the who's who in wine and food.
Meet Profit Bandit, the best way to find new Amazon inventory using only your smartphone. Scan any barcode and in less than 5 seconds, Profit Bandit shows you Amazon sales rank, competing offers, whether Amazon's selling the item, who has the buy box, your potential Amazon profit, and more. Customizable settings allow you to calculate FBA or MFN profit down to the penny. Available for iPhone and Android, and your satisfaction is guaranteed. Visit sellerengine.com/Ask Janelle for a special offer.
Thank you for listening to WS Radio. Improve your business and your life with useful information from experts and thought leaders. WS Radio is radio with ROI.
Are you serious about your music? Are you ready to run with the big dogs? The experts at Pitbull Audio have the gear to get you into the game. Serious gear for serious players from leading manufacturers like Mesa Boogie, Fender, Pioneer, Ernie Ball, and American Audio. To sound your best, you need the best. Dropping beats, shredding guitar, or making the crowd roar. Whatever you dream, Pitbull Audio can make it happen. PitbullAudio.com. The action starts here. PitbullAudio.com.
Talk to me.
Information, news, and entertainment on demand.
WSRadio.com.
Welcome to the Changing Stage, music gear talk from the manufacturers and musicians who define the biz. Here's your host, Florentino Buenaventura.
All right, we are back with the Changing Stage radio show powered by WS Radio Networks, brought to you by Pitbull Audio, where you get the best gear for the best prices, especially DJ gear like from Pioneer. Yes. And obviously SIR, Music Equipment Rentals, where, hey, if you need that concert stage set up, they'll get it taken care of for you. We are at the NAMM show. This is awesome. We are with DJ J, and he's representing Pioneer today.
Yes, very excited. Thank you.
So we've talked about some of the new gear, and it's amazing, how things have progressed in the world of DJing, from everything from, like you mentioned, turntables and analog mixers to now you don't even need a computer. You can just put it right into this new system.
It's funny you say that, because even though we're showing the new turntable, PLX 1000, we also have the XDJ 1000, which is a CDJ style.
Yes.
Just like our CDJ 2000, the flagship one, but it doesn't have an optical, no CD drive. So you use your flash drive.
Yep.
You have a touch screen, so everything that you would normally do buttons on the side, you're now doing on the touch screen. And just like you say, you're going to do your work in our record box MP3 software, rip it over to your flash drive, bring it to the gig, and boom, you're good to go. You're mixing.
That is awesome. So you are, not only do you represent Pioneer, but you are actually a DJ making it happen out there in the clubs and in the concerts. How did you get started? What got you into this business, and then how did you end up with Pioneer?
I started off like a lot of people, just loving music. The first thing I played was the radio when I was like 6 or 7 years old.
It's got to be a DJ, right?
You got to start playing something.
Mixing 2 AM stations. Way
back in the day. And, just never believed there was bad music. So music, like most people that I know, music is part of our memory. It's the fabric. It weaves the story that is our lives. And, from playing the trumpet to playing the guitar to dealing with bands and loving lights and clubs and sound. And it was just a progression, and it was never something I considered until about the mid-'90s when I moved from Boston out to California.
Oh, you're from Boston? Okay.
Yeah, originally. And really just, got into some small little club work in San Diego.
What kind of music did you start with?
For the most part, I was always intrigued, and still am, by really hard rock, but also dance.
Okay.
I love everything. There's like I said, there's no such thing as bad music. There's music you don't like, but for the most part, to listen to it was hard rock, and to play as a DJ, it was more dancey, more clubby, like that mid-'90s stuff, that early, going back to like Utah Saints kind of stuff, and, Toxic stuff, and a lot of that UK ravey stuff, and the garage, and just fun stuff.
That's a cool band,
things with big breaks, things with little vocal, everything. And it's fun now to see EDM take off. 5-6 years ago in Vegas, you couldn't find an EDM DJ spinning. It was all going to be more urban hip hop and a lot of scratch and really good. And now it's like the exact opposite. Now you can't find any hip hop in Vegas.
Actually, hip hop is EDM. R&B is EDM at this point.
It really is. And it's kind of gone that way. And I think you can make a great life out of being a DJ. You just have to be flexible, and you have to be realistic. I do some club work. I do a lot of work with Pioneer. But believe it or not, the mainstay of my gigs are like weddings.
Okay.
And I love weddings because the pressure, I'm not stuck with saying I'm just going to play this today. It's I'm going to get a whole group of people I've never met from different walks of life who have different likes and interests, and I get to program for them. And I to me, it's thrilling. It really is. It's a lot of fun.
That is awesome.
Clubs are fun, but clubs, to me, sometimes you really have to step out of your comfort zone a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You go to a club, you hear a DJ that just plays the top 40 stuff, and it's cool. And if everyone's happy, they've done a great job. But it's those nights where you see DJs really get magical. I was just talking to a guy inside Z-Trip.
Okay.
I've seen him perform where, it's amazing. Like, he's coming out of left field with music and just hyping the crowd up, and people are going crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely an art form to be able to do that.
Oh, that's, I remember seeing DJ AM play in San Diego at the old East Street Alley.
Oh, yeah. That's a while back.
Oh, yeah. Well, how long, DJ AM's been gone for 5 or 6 years now, I think.
Yeah.
And I just remember walking out of there going like, okay, that's it. That's, like, if you say, what kind of DJ do you want to be? That one. Because he just performed.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of working with Pioneer. I started working 11 years ago. I started working with Pioneer on their forums, and then I went from there to being a demonstrator and helping out at the shows. So in a typical year, I'll do the NAMM show. I'll do shows in New Jersey and Miami.
Yeah.
All over the country. And fortunately, I'm in the marketplace of there in Long Beach. I'm in Temecula.
Yeah.
So I can come up and help out. I can work with gear. But I'm physically DJing or dealing with music 7 days a week.
Now, what is your dream gear when you go out with? What kind of Pioneer pieces are you using?
Right now, I'm using the DDJ SX2.
Okay.
Love that piece. Came out last year. Came out as the kind of upgrade from our DDJ SX. An amazing piece of gear. It's a 4-channel running Serato DJ, which is the software I use all the time. Really enjoy it. Think it's great for what I do at any type of gig.
Yeah.
Great for keeping my music organized. Great for giving me the effects that I need. I know they work with Isotope on their effects, and I think their effects are as good as any in the marketplace.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty much the standard Serato.
Yeah. There's really 2 or 3 different types of software, and I think depending on what your needs are, to me, Serato has always represented the DJ software. It's what allows you to DJ, because all it does is play.
Yep.
It doesn't mix for you. It doesn't make your life anything but easier to program better. And I think that's, if you talk to any DJ, and I've been very fortunate to talk to very famous ones, and if I say to them, what's more important, mixing or programming, 100% of the time they say programming.
Yeah, that's
like anyone can mix sometimes, but if you can't pick the great next song,
what people aren't going to be inspired, so the whole mood gets killed, right?
Right, and then you clear your dance floor, and that's really the whole point of it.
Yeah.
And the SX works great for me. I'm a fan of powered speakers, so I use those. I try to keep my system clean and neat and organized. I walk into an Apple store and I'm like, I want it to look like that, just like a nice clean setup,
tight,
minimal, tight, no cables. And I think DJs have reached there. If you go to most weddings, San Diego, we've got so many beautiful venues down there, from the beach to different clubs. And it's amazing, the clean, neat setups. I don't think San Diego's given the credit it should be given for the amount of amazingly talented DJs on all fronts: clubs, hip hop, urban, EDM, that's weddings, everything.
I think that's what built Pitbull Audio, because they're doing great. They're phenomenal.
I was amazed. I went down there for the first time in November.
Yeah.
We did a sponsored day there, and turnout just what I expected. All professional DJs.
Yeah,
and professional in that they were polite, they were professional in their approach, attitude. Everybody came, up front, checked the gear, polite, and that's when you're dealing with hardworking guys and girls that want to deal with it.
Now, when you were there, what were the questions that people threw at you about the gear? What were like some of the top 3 questions?
The top 3 questions were the interaction of the controllers with software.
Okay.
If there was other software that we'd be upgrading to, or things they could do with the software, with Serato DJ, unlike Scratch Live. I think a lot of guys that are coming from the Scratch scene were using Scratch Live, and they're on the fence about going to Serato DJ.
Yeah.
I haven't had any issues with it in the 3 years I've been using it, and love it. And, DJs, like everybody, gets very comfortable with a piece of equipment. It's hard sometimes to upgrade from it and go to new software, and I completely understand that, but I can tell you the support you'll get from our end, certainly at Pioneer DJ, as well as Serato, because I've had to deal with them on the software side. They're not going to leave you in the lurch. You're not going to get left behind or anything because you're switching from one style of, one form of their product to another. That was a big one. The PLX 1000 went over really well. You could tell guys were familiar with the layout of it, familiar with the setup of it, because we built upon the classic demands and wants of scratch DJs. We didn't come and say, hey, let's make it 12 inches taller or 6 inches wider because that's what they want. No, this is what do you guys all want? You want this? That's what we're going to give you.
Yeah.
Well, does it fly? No. Does it have extra buttons? No. Like, what do you want? Tone arm, start, stop, speed? Okay, cool, here you go.
And reliability. I think that's probably the biggest one because there's nothing worse than being in a gig. And I DJ, I'm not the cool DJ though. I'm kind of the one that I DJ at like a couple of these restaurants in San Diego. And
restaurants are tough.
I just use
definitely the cool DJ gigs. Come on.
I don't know. I look at the spinners being out there. I don't use Serato. I use a computer, and the computer, basically the programming piece is what I do well, but actually all the beat matching and stuff like that, I let the computer do it.
Yeah, I mean, but like I said, 100% of the DJs, and I mean, I'm not going to name drop, but every one of them, as famous as you can find, headliners of big EDC shows, they've all said the same thing. Programming is more important than anything else. Because it doesn't matter how tight the mix is. It just doesn't. And I think that's what separates the men from the boys, kind of, to use an old expression when it comes to DJs. If you really want to show you're a pro, pick the next song.
Yeah.
And then pick the next and the next and the next, and be able to be flexible.
Well, now with all this great gear, with about a minute left, what's Pioneer's hope and focus for this show? What do they want to see come out of it?
I think, as with every show, we want to make sure that we communicate to the end user, to the people that spend their hard-earned money on our equipment, that we appreciate it, and that if they have any concerns, thoughts, or questions, that we're there to answer them and support them. It doesn't, just buying the piece of gear and walking away just isn't enough in today's market. You've got to be there on the backside. We've got an amazing forum, PioneerDJUSA.com. There's a forum link. I'm one of the moderators along with my buddy DJ Pulse. You can go there and, it's 24 hours a day support as far as questions. And, with the internet, people look at reviews, people look at things, but when we do shows like this, we want you to come in and touch. We want to try the the RX? It's right here. Please try it. I've got a couple of them in the booth. I've got the SZ in the booth. I've got the XTJ 1000s in the booth. Everything is there.
I think I hear the music, a little faint, but we are finishing up here with DJ J from Pioneer. They've got some great gear here. It's WS Radio Network's Changing Stage program, and we will be back in a few short minutes. Thank you for listening. Thanks to SIR and Pitbull Audio. We'll be right back.
Thank you for listening to WS Radio. Improve your business and your life with useful information from experts and thought leaders. WS Radio is radio with ROI.
Are you serious about your music? Are you ready to run with the big dogs? The experts at Pitbull Audio have the gear to get you into the game. Serious gear for serious players from leading manufacturers like Mesa Boogie, Fender, Pioneer, Ernie Ball, and American Audio. To sound your best, you need the best. Dropping beats, shredding guitar, or making the crowd roar. Whatever you dream, Pitbull Audio can make it happen. PitbullAudio.com. The action starts here. PitbullAudio.com.
Meet Profit Bandit, the best way to find new Amazon inventory using only your smartphone. Scan any barcode and in less than 5 seconds, Profit Bandit shows you Amazon sales rank, competing offers, whether Amazon's selling the item, who has the buy box, your potential Amazon profit, and more. Customizable settings allow you to calculate FBA or MFN profit down to the penny. Available for iPhone and Android, and your satisfaction is guaranteed. Visit sellerengine.com/Ask Janelle for a special offer.
On the internet, your business's reputation can be unjustly destroyed in an instant. Don't wait for that to happen. Building and marketing your 5-star reputation can increase your business by as much as 19%. Take control of your reputation and have the 5-star reputation you deserve with Reputation Marketing Solutions by DSI Development. Become the go-to company by visiting 5starrepmarketing.com. The number 5starrepmarketing.com.
I have some good news for a change. With the stressful times upon us, having a regular glass of wine has proved in many studies to reduce stress. Want some more stress-relieving tips? VinVillage.com is an exciting new social organization connecting wine lovers around the country with an exclusive local and online wine lifestyle experience. Vin Village members can meet others online and in person, attend wine dinners and tastings, Participate in forums, blogs, and wikis. Purchase limited and exclusive wines. Even create your own wine. You heard me. Create your own wine. And best yet, membership is free. So reduce some of the stress and have some fun. Join now and connect with thousands of other like-minded wine lovers. To learn more, go to vinvillage.com. That's www.vinvillage.com. Vin Village is where wine lovers connect.
Hi, this is Rob Barnett, vinvillage.com, where wine lovers connect. Be sure to tune in weekly to Vin Village Radio for exclusive, in-depth interviews with the who's who in wine and food.
Talk to me.
Information, news, and entertainment on demand.
WSRadio.com.
Welcome to the Changing Stage, music gear talk from the manufacturers and musicians who define the biz. Here's your host, Florentino Buenaventura.
Woo, woo, woo. Back to back to back. We are at the NAMM show. This is the Changing Stage radio show broadcasting live from this event of events for the music industry. We are powered by WS Radio Networks, brought to you by Pitbull Audio and SIR Music Equipment Rental. And I have a gentleman here that works for a company that's near and dear to my heart. It's what we use in the studio to do all of our pre and post production work. Gentleman, Giles Orford. Did I say that right?
It's Giles.
Giles Orford. I'm sorry. I think you.
It's okay. It's a very weird English name. There aren't many of us over here.
From Focusrite. Welcome, sir. Welcome in.
Thank you for having me.
Yes.
In fact, I represent both companies, Novation and Focusrite.
That's
both
right.
with a lot of news at the NAMM show this year.
Yes. So let's jump right into it. You guys are a leading mic pre company. You make all these great interfaces. What are good people going to see here at the NAMM show?
Well, one thing that they've been waiting for that's been announced this show is the new range of Thunderbolt interfaces.
Okay.
And I guess why they've been waiting for, well, Thunderbolt's been around for 2 years.
Yes.
And we are the number one interface manufacturer in the world, definitely in the US by stats. But we didn't have a Thunderbolt interface. But that's because we needed to wait until we had something that we were proud of, that sounded right, that delivered in terms of latency and conversion and mic pre, something that would really blow people away and be the fastest, best sounding interface on the planet.
Okay, I'm just about ready to bust open my pocketbook. What is it?
So it's the new range of Claret interfaces.
Okay.
It's 4 products in the range. There's a 2 pre, 4 pre, 8 pre, and 8 pre X. All of these devices feature a new mic pre. The new mic pre is the Claret mic pre, which actually emulates, I don't know if you know the original ISA range.
Yes.
So it's a transformer-based mic pre.
Mm-hmm.
But these discrete transistor-based mic pre's ultimately also use analog modeling to model that ISA effect, and we call it air.
Okay.
So the new mic pre has an air feature that does both impedance loading and also emulates the resonance of the transformer. So really nice sound.
Wow, that is awesome. So that's launched here, so the people who are attending are able to see that.
We've launched here. We're showing it here. It's not shipping until May.
When's mine arriving? That's what I want to
know. You're going to have to hang on with the rest of them until about May.
Okay.
But yeah, there's 4 devices. They'll ship between May, June, and July. But it's not just the mic pre. The converters deliver 116 dB dynamic range, 118 on the D2A, and then the latency for these devices, and this is a tricky area to get into because in terms of comparing latency, is it round trip, which software were you using? So I like to just talk about the interface latency. That's the latency the device delivers, and that's going to be well sub 1 millisecond.
Okay.
In other words, there is no latency. Latency is no longer a conversation, which means that with the Claret range of Thunderbolt interfaces, you can use the plugins in your DAW for monitoring and recording. And not have any effect on latency. So it opens up the power of your DAW and all your plugins for when you're recording.
That is awesome. Now, you mentioned you also are representing Novation here. What are some of the things that the people attending can expect to see?
There's one big thing from Novation, and for 5 years we've made the Launchpad, and that's kind of changed electronic music, right? It's an iconic product, and
it is
changed the sound and the way people perform electronic music. And people have been hungry for the new Launchpad, and that's what we launched here today, Launchpad Pro. And essentially, where the Launchpad original was the iconic Ableton controller, the Launchpad Pro is the instrument for Ableton Live and other DAWs, and hardware. It's got a MIDI in and out, so it's not just an Ableton controller.
So what are some of the differences? I haven't had a chance. Obviously, we started off, with a radio interview, and I haven't had a chance to stop by because I definitely, like I said, I'm gonna get that.
Yeah. Well, some of them are quite complex in terms of flow, but if you think about it, anything that sort of helps turn it into an instrument and allow you to really play.
Yeah.
But there is RGB across all the buttons, so you've got multicolor, so you can see your session and get real feedback.
Okay.
You've got velocity, pressure-sensitive pads, so you can really start to play it.
I had a Launchpad for a little while. You couldn't really do that.
No, they didn't have velocity, right? So it was on or off.
Yeah.
It didn't stop people performing.
Yeah.
But they were hungry to really perform, right? To have that velocity sensitivity. So now you have that. You have a chromatic keyboard layout, which gives you note mode, melody mode, so you can literally play it like a piano.
Oh, wow.
Which is happening increasingly. But it still remains mobile.
Okay.
And that was the thing that Launchpad was about. It was a device that you would take out and perform, throw in your bag.
Yeah.
Push is an amazing controller for Ableton Live, especially, but it's I think designed to get the most out of Ableton Live and be in the studio.
Yeah.
The Launchpad Pro is destined to perform with and go out.
Now, Focusrite has been doing this for a long time. Tell us a little bit about the history. How did it start, and where are you headed?
Actually, this year is our 30th anniversary.
Yeah, wow.
We're going to look forward to celebrating that in June. We started back in 1985 when Rupert Neve was requested by Sir George Martin to design a Mike Breen EQ for the sidecar of the console at Air and a Montserrat. And then he went on from there in 1989 to deliver the Focusrite console, of which there were 12 made. One of them was $1 million, the one installed in South Africa. But they're legendary. They're legendary because of their sound quality, right? Every single channel had a transformer-based mic pre and a Neve EQ on it. It was known as sonically the most impressive console ever, but around that time, 1989, 1990, the world was changing.
Yeah.
The computer had come in and studios were getting smaller.
Yes.
I think, we came in with sonically the most impressive desk, but probably at the wrong time. And so Phil Dudderidge, who previously owned Soundcraft and bought Focusrite in 1989, saw an opportunity to take the modules out, the original ones that George Martin had actually specified, and sell them individually. And so we started getting into modular mic pre's, EQs, compressors. And then obviously the Red Range came in, and that was, there isn't a mix engineer out there, a top level one, who doesn't have a Red 3 in his rack. But that changed the world, because it said rack gear in studios doesn't have to look like military gear. It can look sexy. It can look really gorgeous. So that was another part of Focusrite, this gorgeous, sexy red metal. And then a big event was DigiDesign saying we'd like it to make an interface for the world, a mass market audio interface, but it's got to sound amazing. Who are we going to get to make that? Focusrite, because we have that reputation for sound quality. And so we did the M-Box. Some people think that was a Digi product, but it was entirely made hardware.
It was
from Focusrite.
They said mic pre's, but
it was everything. We made that whole device. That was the first product I got to market 15 years ago. That was fun. And since then, we've become the #1 interface brand in the world. And actually, at the show, we're announcing a plugin. We've just done the new Red 2 and Red 3 plugin, AAX compatible AU VST, so it's good for Pro Tools, Logic, Cubase. And the news is, although it's going to be selling for $299.99, and it is the plugin that comes with the Claret range, we've decided to give it away free.
A lot different way. Oh, that's awesome, because it's different from $1 million down to free, right?
Yeah. It's free for every single Scarlett, Sapphire, and Forte customer, existing and future.
Okay.
So if you own a Scarlett interface, and I know like 500,000 people do around the world now, you can go online now, And if you look into your account and you've registered your product, you'll find your free copy of the Red 2 and Red 3 plugin.
DSP24, we should be able to get that.
You should be able to.
Awesome. I definitely. That's good. Well, I intend to go over to the booth and check everything out.
Please do come by.
Now, are you carrying over some of the other products?
In terms of other ranges, in terms of interfaces, the Scarlet range will continue. It's the #1 USB interface range. The Sapphire range will continue. In reality, people just have to make a decision about what protocol they want and what features they want. If they need that super low latency, they need to go sub 2 milliseconds, then it's RedNet or it's the new Claret range.
Awesome.
But if that latency isn't necessary and they have a USB hard drive, then they'll probably want to choose a FireWire interface like the Sapphires.
Okay.
But if they've got a FireWire drive or a Thunderbolt drive and they need the interface to go over USB, then Scarlet works for them. But all of them uphold the three pillars that matter to us, which is great mic pre's, great converters, and then it just works. Stability, reliability, ease of use. Just a really good, solid box that you don't think about, right? It just works.
Now, I personally can say that I plugged it right in. I use a PC. I plugged it right into FireWire, and it was just an amazing experience. I didn't have to worry about anything. The digital mixer that you had on there is it's glorious. The mic pre's sound amazing. So I can testify that, if you want a breakout box or if you want to get really the high-end stuff, Focusrite is the ticket.
You don't have to have magic ears to tell the difference between a Focusrite interface and some others in that price bracket. You record it through and you'll hear it instantly, and I think that's because we've been doing it for a long time.
Yeah, exactly, 30 years. So with about a little bit less than a minute left, what's the last message you want to leave with the listeners right now for Focusrite?
Wow, for Focusrite, that's a tough one. You know what? Whatever your protocol, whatever you need in terms of audio interfacing, there's nothing that Focusrite doesn't cover right now, provided you care about sound, because we do too.
Yeah, awesome. Well, folks, in other segments closing, we've got a couple more segments for the rest of today, but really appreciate you coming out, for talking to us about Focusrite, and all the wonderful things that you folks are going to be doing. I'm heading over to the booth after this, so I definitely am going to go over there. I'm going to be picking your brain. We're at the NAMM show, folks. It's exciting. The crowds are crazy. I think I hear the music there. We are going to be right back. This is Florentino from the Changing Stage radio show powered by WS Radio Networks. And we are brought to you by SIR Music Equipment Rentals as well as Pitbull Audio. We'll be right back.
Are you serious about your music? Are you ready to run with the big dogs? The experts at Pitbull Audio have the gear to get you into the game. Serious gear for serious players from leading manufacturers like Mesa Boogie, Fender, Pioneer, Ernie Ball, and American Audio. To sound your best, you need the best. Dropping beats, shredding guitar, or making the crowd roar. Whatever you dream, Pitbull Audio can make it happen. PitbullAudio.com. The action starts here. PitbullAudio.com.
The Penske Automotive Group is one of the premier automotive retailers in the country, and we're proud to serve Southern California with 15 Penske Automotive dealerships. Our dealers are home to some of San Diego's best selection of new and certified pre-owned Acura, Audi, BMW, Honda, Lexus, Mazda, Mercedes-Benz, Mini, Scion, Smart, and Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Plus, we offer some of the most comprehensive parts and service departments in the automotive industry. At Penske Automotive Southern California, our commitment to customer service is second to none. We're never satisfied until you are. Located across San Diego, from Escondido to Mission Valley, no matter where you are in Southern California, a Penske Automotive dealer is never far away. We're never satisfied until you are. The Penske Automotive Group, Southern California. Go to PenskeAutomotive.com.
Has your business been appified? Are you tired of doing marketing that doesn't deliver results? Mobile apps build loyalty and quality retention. Your app from UPG Mobile puts your business on their mind and at their fingertips. UPG Mobile will give you a custom app highlighting how you are unique, targeting your message, and improving your open rates. Appify your business and amplify your presence with your customers. at upgmobilemarketinggroup.com.
Love to read but just don't have the time? With Audible.com, you can catch up on reading simply by listening. Audible has the largest collection of digital audiobooks, over 85,000 titles in every genre. Listen to a bestseller on your iPhone, BlackBerry, Android smartphone, or one of 500 other compatible devices. Visit audible.com/WSRadio today and get a free audiobook when you try Audible free for 14 days. That's audible.com/WSRadio.
This is Bill Gruber with BizVid Communications, a Southern California video production leader. We've been honored to sponsor, produce, write, and host many of the fine programs on WS Radio over the years. So we understand how important the internet and your website exposure are. As video producers, we know the tricks and secrets to incorporate video to increase your search engine optimization and business success. Visit bizvidcommunications.com to see what we can do for you. BIZVID communications.com.
Talk to me.
Information, news, and entertainment on demand.
WSRadio.com.
Welcome to the Changing Stage, music gear talk from the manufacturers and musicians who define the biz. Here's your host, Florentino Buenaventura.
Hello, hello, hello. This is the Changing Stage radio show brought to you back, and we are juggling guests, having a good time. We're at the NAMM show, the big show of the music equipment industry, and it's so exciting right now. It's amazing. Tremendous amount of people here. We are powered by WS Radio Networks and brought to you by Pitbull Audio and SIR Music Equipment Rentals. And we have Mike Bennett from the UK here. Mike, how's it going, buddy?
It's going great. It's my first NAMM. I love it. All the people here, the musicians, and the instruments are fantastic. Yeah. And just the opportunity of meeting like-minded people.
Yeah, now, so, Mike, you are a producer, right?
I am indeed. I work predominantly with English artists. I've worked with Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Wishbone Ash, The Fall. Some of my stuff has crossed over because we have the Beats, who are known as the English Beat here.
Yeah, yeah.
And they have American people in the band now, so
yeah.
It's all
and
crossing
you
over.
The Specials?
The Specials, indeed, yes. I did the Concrete Jungle track. I did the remix of Too Much Too Young. A huge resurgence, and America loves the Specials, and we love America for loving the Specials.
Yeah, well, I grew up in the 80s, and all the English beat ska stuff is what we would listen to, and it was really inspiring back then. All the mod stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it was very timely because there was a lot of political unrest, but that's happening again now, so it's come full circle, and there's a new generation of people that are recording in the same way, which, although we have the high-tech equipment that we see here at NAMM, there's still a lo-fi sensibility and a DIY do-it-yourself ethic. And now you've got the modern technology as well, which we can see in abundance here. We have the choice of both. We can record still on analog, we can transfer it into Pro Tools, we can mix it all up, and you get this wonderful hybrid. But I'm glad to see that the American musicians are going back to that DIY ethic.
Yeah, I think that's really the industry itself, right? The change in the dynamic that's going on, where we were just talking about this earlier. It used to be very it was very defined how you'd make it in the business before. It was very difficult because it was one channel. You'd basically make your demo, you would get it to hopefully somebody in A&R at a major label, they would put it out through radio, and if everybody loved it, you had a hit, and then that was how it worked. It's not like that anymore. How is it like in UK?
Okay, that's a brilliant point. This is the way I look at it. In the 60s, you had your first independent records. We had Pi Records and Philips, bands like Status Quo, The Kinks, Donovan, came through the independents, and then they were bought out by the majors, but at least people were given jobs within the majors. Then we had the punk era. In the punk era, it went back to DIY, but yet again, sadly, bought out by the majors.
Yeah.
Then we had the in England, the Manchester indie explosion, which also happened here. Then, yet again, independent music was thriving, but labels like Creation Records, Factory, again bought out by the majors. What's happening this time? Kids are making their own records from home. They're getting them out there, but certain majors are trying to crush that.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a very interesting time. We're in the Wild West at the moment.
Yeah.
But at the moment, smaller bands at the bottom end of the musical food chain have an opportunity. It's like there isn't as much money around because it's being shared in more of a democratic way. So I think it's very healthy, actually.
Yeah.
I call it Digilog.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
It's
okay.
But the fact is that people don't need Abbey Road anymore. People can have Shabby Road and have
still make a record.
And still make a record.
Did you get that, Paul? Shabby Road. We know all about that.
You know, because it's like when I was producing The Fall, we used a lot of cassette tapes, and one of our biggest hits, The Fall, were playing at Phoenix Festival in front of 90,000 people, and I recorded a section of it from my Walkman, and I looped that, and I put it in as a section on the track.
Wow.
And then another part of it was recorded at Abbey Road, and the other bit was recorded at Shabby Road. It was a 12-inch, a 12-minute single. It was an indie Bohemian Rhapsody, #1 in the independent chart. And that's what I'm here to promote, independent music.
Now, you come to the Gear Show, and we talked about Abbey Road, obviously the pinnacle.
Yeah.
Shabby Road, we look at probably, using what you can, cassette players.
Exactly.
What are you looking to find here at the show, coming all the way from the UK?
I'm looking to meet characters. I came here to see Ray Weston from Big Audio Dynamite and Wishbone Ash. He was doing a drum demonstration. He's tremendous. I'm looking to meet people that can talk to me about equipment, but to put the equipment together in a different way.
Now, recording equipment or live performing equipment, or
I'm talking about both. I've met musicians here. I've met a ukulele band here that do grunge ukulele. That's interesting. I want to find out. I want to find out how that is recorded. I mean, I think the best way to record something like that is to just do it down the microphone, take it back in through a sort of a Porter studio situation, and then use your plugins,
Oh, nice.
So you've got that analog thing and you've got the digital thing. I'm interested to hear what ukulele grunge sounds like.
Yeah, I would be too. That sounds crazy.
But the gentleman from Pearl Jam, he's a superb ukulele player, isn't he?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually haven't heard him play.
Eddie Vedder, that's his name, isn't it?
Yeah, the lead singer.
He's introduced.
Did you know that, Paul?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he's
you should know that, Paul.
He's a ukulele man. I'm into the cross-fertilization of genres, and when you go into a recording studio in England, it's very, very DIY. All the wires go into strange places, and we use hair dryers, and we use motor boats, and we use the sound of the wind. When I go into an American recording studio, a lot of them look the same. I'm not criticizing it. They're very, very organized.
Yeah.
But I like to introduce a little bit of mayhem by bringing in, for instance.
Well, coming from the grooves, punks, and the ska guys, you got to have a little bit of that to make that.
I mean, I've got 6 Wasp keyboards at home, and I think at the time they probably cost about 50 pence or £1. They're worth a small fortune now, and they're poly, so you just use the one finger, but the sound that you get out of them. Gary Newman, Our Friends Electric, are you familiar with that record?
I remember Gary Newman, the specific record.
What happened was
and stuff like that.
They were a punk band. They were called Tubeway Army. They had an argument. They were frustrated. Gary Newman, on the way out, kicked the keyboard, and a loop came out, which was Our Friends Electric. Well, he looked at it, he said, I don't have a band anymore. Is this, my friend, this piece of electric equipment? And it was an old Moog.
Oh,
and
wow.
out came Our Friends Electric, and that sent him on a completely different direction. And the rest is history.
It's kind of like musical penicillin, where some random thing happens, you're creating history.
It's success out of adversity.
Yeah.
Glam rock, which is a very English thing. we had the DIY version. America had the corporate version with Kiss and Twisted Sister, but the evolution of it, Slade, Sweet, Kiss. It was a very interesting era,
Yeah, that definitely. Like I said, the kind of the glam rock stuff, that was cool. Now you're going to be a speaker here, right?
I am.
What's the form that you're going to be speaking in?
Well, you know what? I think it will probably be a question and answer thing, and it will be about production techniques. But I won't talk too much about my favourite desks, which are Neve, by the way.
Which we had focused right here, just right before you.
Wonderful, wonderful desk. In our studio, we have a custom-made SSL.
Okay.
But I have to say that Neve, I was very shocked to see the tiny little Neve that they've got, which is so powerful. It's half the size of A4,
Yeah. The desks are going. They're not desk anymore, really.
Yeah.
They're like this size over here.
But Neve are about the sound of the music, and they have this wonderful analog sensibility. As I call it Digilog now.
Yeah.
But a very, very popular desk with sort of new wave artists and sort of what you would call garage.
Yeah.
We call garage something else in the UK.
Okay.
Garage is a form of soul in the UK.
Okay.
For me, garage is the stuff that Kim Fowley created.
Yeah.
God bless his soul. Kim Fowley died at 75 years old. Taught me everything that I'm supposed to know. I worked with him back in the 80s, and he was punk before punk. He was glam before glam, and
the Runaways.
The Runaways was a wonderful project, and I'm so pleased that he was reunited with them before he died. But my heart goes out to you, Kim, because we know you're up there.
Making it happen.
Absolutely.
So, at what times are you speaking at the conference?
I am waiting to be told. I've got somebody from Rafter Management due to call me, and my battery, I've got to go and plug my battery in, but I think it's about 4 o'clock.
Okay, 4 o'clock.
Yeah,
okay.
4 o'clock. I should know more, shouldn't I? It says here. Does it say what time?
No, it doesn't say anything. Just says...
But I shall find out. I look forward to it. I have that, urge to talk about independent music and how we can cross-fertilize.
Do that. Now, with 30 seconds left, what would you like to share with the listening audience?
I would like to say that English music and American music is combining all the time, and I am proselytizing the mashup. I think that we should all mash up, and I think that producers should hand over the performance they've captured to somebody else to mix.
Gotcha.
That's what I'm up for. Handing it over, and don't be too precious. Get somebody else's slant on it.
Thank you, Mike. This is the Changing Stage Radio Show. Florentino will be right back in a few short minutes.
On the internet, your business's reputation can be unjustly destroyed in an instant. Don't wait for that to happen. Building and marketing your 5-star reputation can increase your business by as much as 19%. Take control of your reputation and have the 5-star reputation you deserve with Reputation Marketing Solutions by DSI Development. Become the go-to company by visiting 5starrepmarketing.com. The number 5starrepmarketing.com.
Are you serious about your music? Are you ready to run with the big dogs? The experts at Pitbull Audio have the gear to get you into the game. Serious gear for serious players from leading manufacturers like Mesa Boogie, Fender, Pioneer, Ernie Ball, and American Audio. To sound your best, you need the best. Dropping beats, shredding guitar, or making the crowd roar. Whatever you dream, Pitbull Audio can make it happen. PitbullAudio.com. The action starts here. PitbullAudio.com.
The Penske Automotive Group is one of the premier automotive retailers in the country, and we're proud to serve Southern California with 15 Penske Automotive dealerships. Our dealers are home to some of San Diego's best selection of new and certified pre-owned Acura, Audi, BMW, Honda, Lexus, Mazda, Mercedes-Benz, Mini, Scion, Smart, and Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Plus, we offer some of the most comprehensive parts and service departments in the automotive industry. At Penske Automotive Southern California, our commitment to customer service is second to none. We're never satisfied until you are. located across San Diego, from Escondido to Mission Valley. No matter where you are in Southern California, a Penske automotive dealer is never far away. We're never satisfied until you are. The Penske Automotive Group, Southern California. Go to PenskeAutomotive.com.
Come quench your desire for adventure as you indulge your Epicurean spirit at the ZAP Zinfandel Experience on January 29th to 31st in San Francisco. This one-of-a-kind festival offers a variety of experiences where you'll mingle with winemakers and other wine lovers in an atmosphere of pure Zin paradise. ZAP Zinfandel Experience. It's 4 extraordinary events and 1 classic varietal. To learn more and for special ticket pricing, go to vinvillage.com. Vin Village is where Zin lovers connect.
Which sandwich is healthy and tasty? Which sandwich can come on bread or in a bowl? Which sandwich comes 51 different ways, so it's always your way? A which sandwich. Stop into our shop in Hazard Center. We're upstairs from the Hazard Center Digiplex. Bring in your movie ticket. We will add a free drink and chips to your sandwich order. Or order online at whichwich.com and we will have it ready and waiting. WHICH, WICH. Whichwich.com.
Talk to me.
Information, news, and entertainment on demand.
WSRadio.com.
Welcome to the Changing Stage, music gear talk from the manufacturers and musicians who define the biz. Here's your host, Florentino Buenaventura.
All right. We are the Changing Stage radio show. My name is Florentino Buenaventura. I'm the host, and we are powered by WS Radio Networks, brought to you by Pitbull Audio, where you can get the best gear for the best prices, and SIR, Music Equipment Rentals, because if you need gear, they're the best place in town to get it. And we've had a great show so far. We're at the NAMM show, and it's awesome. Incredible, talented people here, people who make great gear. We've had Focusrite on, we've had Pioneer, we had a TV show. But this guest is a close friend of mine. He's an amazing talent. I started off his career at 16 playing for Shirley Caesar. Mr. Daryl Williams. Daryl, how you doing, brother?
I'm great. How are you?
Man, I'm good. Good to see you. It's weird to see you outside of San Diego.
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
So Daryl is just one of the tremendous bass players on the scene right now. Daryl, tell us some of the people. I mean, I mentioned Shirley Caesar and
Right.
Jeffrey Osborne, but you play with like a ton of people, and you're your own artist.
Well, I played with Shirley when I was 16. You know, she was coming through San Diego, and she needed a bass player, a pastor and a musical director. A friend of mine asked me if I was interested in playing. I said, of course, yeah, I'll do the show. So I did that. But
that's crazy at 16, man.
You know, ever since then, from 16 to now, I'm 45 now.
Oh.
So I've worked with Shaka Khan, Tevin Campbell,
tremendous talents right there,
Keith Washington. But the majority of my, I guess, touring is with smooth jazz artists.
Okay.
Like Huge Groove.
Yeah.
Michael Lincoln.
Okay.
Richard Elliott, Peter White.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Jeff Gullum.
Me and Paul just
Peter White, yeah.
Yeah, Peter White, and we did an interview with Rick Braun.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I've never worked with Rick before.
And Mindy Abera.
I've worked with Mindy before. Yeah. I've known Mindy for about 23 years.
Wow.
So yeah, we're the exact same age. I shouldn't give her age away, but I've known Mindy since she moved out here from Berkeley.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she used to come down to San Diego. No, she used to drive down to San Diego and do gigs.
Wow.
So that's how long I've known Mindy. Yeah.
Well, speaking of gigs, man, you guys are just amazing. I go to your open mic on Tuesdays, but that's really like the who's of players.
A lot of great players come through. There's one Tuesday in San Diego and Wednesday in Temecula.
Okay.
So I get some incredible artists. Freddie Fox has been down. Eric Darius has been down. Huge Groove has been down. Gail Johnson. Many great artists have been there. So it's a great hang. A lot of fun, man.
Yeah.
Phil Perry came through one night.
Oh man.
In Temecula, that was unbelievable.
That and you know, it amazes me. So you still bring it back to the community. You're helping groom some of the younger artists that are coming up.
That's the whole objective, man.
So tell us a bit about that. Tell us about what some of your aspirations are and how that ties into what you're doing here at the NAMM show.
Well, I grew up in San Diego, and there was a lot of music, and I had a lot of mentors from Hollis Gentry to Nathan East, Carl Evans. Well, actually, Nathan was gone already, but everybody talked about him when I was in San Diego when I was 15, actually like 14, 15 years old. Everyone was always talking about, man, Nathan East, man, you remind me of Nathan East, blah, 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 but all the older musicians used to mentor me there in San Diego. So that's what I'm trying to do now. I'm trying to, bring up the young musicians and teach them what it means to be professional and also what it means to be good.
Yeah.
That just because you show up and you're on the gig, that doesn't mean you're good. You have to take the music seriously.
Yeah, I mean, like Ryman is just amazing.
He's one. Ryman Intezari.
Yeah.
Curtis Brooks is another one. He's a very talented young saxophone player, and Jasmine Seek, really good guitar player and singers. There's a lot of young musicians that I run into, and I've mentored over the years, the last 4 or 5 years.
Now, you are also an endorsed as well as speaker for Carvin.
Right.
So tell us about that experience and how did you come about building that relationship?
I've been working with them for about 5 years. And one of the owners asked me to look at some instruments years ago. And he asked my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So we went to the back, and I gave him my honest opinion, and he went back and he did some research, and he actually realized, man, this guy knows what he's talking about. Okay, so they kind of brought me in from that point on to help them with instruments, and I offer my honest opinion. I don't just say it's good. So I've been with them for a while, and they've really, they make some incredible instruments now. I'm really happy to be involved with them.
You've had a chance to play some prototype basses. You bring them out, but you can't talk about them.
Right. I bring instruments out. Like I'll have the one of one.
Yes.
Or an instrument with some special electronics in that they're experimenting with. I'll have that one bass that no one's seen or played. I can't say anything about it, but I'll have it on the gig.
Yeah. Now,
I'm sworn to secrecy.
Right. No, I totally understand that, and you definitely make them sound really good. And in fact, people can get a chance to see you on the website playing some of the basses that you have out there. And so, you've got a few different ones. Which model is your choice right now? What's your flavor?
The Carvin JB4 and the Carvin JB5.
Okay.
Are my two main instruments, but I also use the.
Because you're mostly a 5-string player right now.
But I've been playing a lot of 4 lately.
Okay.
I play 6 too, but for some reason I'm getting used to my 4 again, and I haven't played a 4 in 20 years on a gig.
Wow.
So I'm starting to get used to the 4 again.
Because I brought that one out there.
Right. I'm starting
more bass.
Wow. I didn't realize how easy the 4 is for me because I grew up playing 4.
Yeah.
And I think around 23 I switched to the 5-string out of necessity.
Yeah.
Because I needed those low notes. I'm starting to see now you don't really need those low notes as badly as you think.
Yeah,
on the bass.
Larry Graham's still rocking that 4.
Marcus Miller,
Victor rocking
Wooten.
that 4. Yeah. They're 4 boys. So, what's next for Daryl? Where are you going to with your with kind of some of your career aspirations, and what are you looking for here at the show?
Okay, on the me point, I'm working on my second CD.
Okay.
That I've been working on, honestly, for about 4 years, but it's hard because I'm always on the road with someone. But that's my goal right now, is to finish that CD before March.
Okay.
Yes, so...
And what can people expect? Like, what's the sound are you focusing on for this one?
It's going to be a funky, smooth jazz. I'm a lot of bass.
A lot of bass.
Yeah. But I have a lot of great artists on it. Jeff Lorber's on the CD.
Oh, nice.
Huge Groove is on the CD. Paul Brown, Elon Trotman, Marcus Anderson, the saxophone player for Prince.
Yeah.
NAMM is on the CD. So I have some great artists on the CD.
I can't wait to hear it, man. That's going to be awesome. Hopefully, maybe over at Felix's over there and off Euclid, they'll be running those folks every so often. Yeah. So we got 30 seconds left. Daryl, what do you want to share with the people at NAMM?
Well, I'm here to talk to my main endorsers, Carvin, MXR Effects, Dunlop Strings, TC Electronics bass amps.
Oh, you're rocking TC?
I'm rocking the TC now.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, yeah, and it's kicking. So that's my main objective right now.
Okay.
Is to just meet with my endorsees and
kind of talk to the future.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome.
Meeting of the minds kind of thing.
There you go. Yeah. Well, this is where dreams come true for folks, and
that's right.
I wish everyone could be here with us, and I'm glad that you are. Hopefully, we get a chance to hang out. If not, we're definitely going to roll over there at Felix's on a Tuesday night. We've got one more segment left. We've got a tremendous talented designer. We've got Stephen Slate of Slate Digital. Is going to be coming on right after you. Wow. He's right here waiting in the wings. We are the Changing Stage Radio Show, powered by WS Radio. I guess we got a few more seconds here left.
Hey, and also I just want to thank you for inviting me here, and I respect you. I respect your bass playing. You're sounding good on that bass, man.
Oh, man.
You got to come down and play with us some more.
I just want to be you, brother.
Hey, we're just doing it.
We got the group up and going, so we're gonna actually bring the group down.
Okay.
We got a different drummer, and it's going really well for us. So thank you very much. Appreciate you, brother, because you're an inspiration to all of us in San Diego.
Thank you.
And we are just you're tremendous as in way of what you're doing down there. Are you going out on tour anytime soon?
Well, I'll be in Las Vegas Friday night with Huge Groove, and Saturday night with Michael Linkton. And Sunday I'm here at Spaghettini's for the Intervision Artist Party.
Okay.
I'm the bass player for that.
Okay.
So, but I'm going to Jakarta in 4 weeks.
Wow, how long?
For a week.
Okay.
Yeah, just 1 week.
That's not that bad.
I'm playing with Kenny Lattimore, Michael Linkton, and Warren Hill.
Okay.
It's going to be a great show.
Oh man, Kenny Lattimore, I love For You. That's
He's incredible. Yeah.
Yes, that's the song. That's the wedding song for sure.
Yes, sir.
And is there any manufacturer that you guys are going to be looking at here?
There's a few I'm looking at. What is that small bass? I can't remember.
Okay, there we go.
I'll think of it later.
The call, I think.
Exactly.
Okay. So there we go.
I'm looking at them.
Hey, folks, thank you. We're going into another segment of the Changing Stage Radio Show in a few short minutes. Florentino with Mr. Daryl Williams, brought to you by WS Radio Networks. We'll be right back.
Peace.
Are you serious about your music? Are you ready to run with the big dogs? The experts at Pitbull Audio have the gear to get you into the game. Serious gear for serious players from leading manufacturers like Mesa Boogie, Fender, Pioneer, Ernie Ball, and American Audio. To sound your best, you need the best. Dropping beats, shredding guitar, or making the crowd roar. Whatever you dream, Pitbull Audio can make it happen. PitbullAudio.com. The action starts here. PitbullAudio.com.
Take a break from politics. Tune in and learn something. WS Radio shows are worth your time and are filled with tips and advice. Add us to your lunch routine, and we'll give you a meal for your mind.
Which sandwich is healthy and tasty? Which sandwich can come on bread or in a bowl? Which sandwich comes 51 different ways, so it's always your way? A which sandwich. Stop into our shop in Hazard Center. We're upstairs from the Hazard Center Digiplex. Bring in your movie ticket. We will add a free drink and chips to your sandwich order. Or order online at which.com, and we will have it ready and waiting. WHICH, WICH. Which.com.
Has your business been appified? Are you tired of doing marketing that doesn't deliver results? Mobile apps build loyalty and quality retention. Your app from UPG Mobile puts your business on their mind and at their fingertips. UPG Mobile will give you a custom app highlighting how you are unique, targeting your message, and improving your open rates. amplify your business and amplify your presence with your customers at upgmobilemarketinggroup.com.
When you think of the ultimate shipping solution for your business, you should think Indicia. That's ENDICIA. Indicia. That's all you have to say. And it's a lot easier than saying this. Betty Butter bought some butter, but she said the butter's bitter. If I put this butter in my batter, it will make my batter bitter. Yes, I think I'd rather say Indicia. And you should say Indicia too when you want smart, efficient e-commerce shipping software. Visit Indicia.com/radio. That's ENDICIA.com/radio.
Do you want to see Elevate in person? Do you want to meet Stephanie, Sierra, and Ariel in person? Well, we're coming to your city. All you have to do is go to wedemand.com/elevate. You heard me. wedemand.com/elevate. You love their music? They put on a great show. It's time to invite them into your domain. wedemand.com/elevate is all you have to do. I'm out. This is KW Reed. Baby, baby, baby.
Talk to me.
Information, news, and entertainment on demand.
WSRadio.com.
Welcome to the Changing Stage, music gear talk from the manufacturers and musicians who define the biz. Here's your host, Florentino Buenaventura.
Righty. We are back for the last segment of the Changing Stage radio show powered by WS Radio Networks, brought to you by SIR Music Equipment Rentals and Pitbull Audio, where you can get the best gear at the best prices. And, you know, we did save the best for last, man, because this man is an icon. He's a rock star when it comes down to studio gear. He makes some of the best plugins. Mr. Stephen Slade, how you doing, sir?
Hey, I'm doing really well. Thanks for that great introduction. I'm going to have to take you around with me and have you introduce me to everyone like that.
Let's get ready to rumble. Yeah, man. So, Stephen, you know, you are doing some definite changes in the business and the kind of software that you're making. You're here at the NAMM show. Tell us a little bit about what you are bringing out. You know, you've got the Slate, you've got other things. Is there anything new?
Yeah, there's a lot of cool new stuff. So one of the greatest parts about our NAMM 2015 is we just announced what's called the Slate Digital Mix Master Bundle.
Okay.
One of our missions at Slate has always been allowing people to use a really amazing sounding tools, no compromise tools that don't cost a lot.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing worse than making cool stuff and not having anyone be able to use it to make art. I mean, that's the whole point of this.
Yeah.
The whole point of this is so we want people to make amazing music, and we want it to sound really good. And that's why we make the tools we do. So what the Mix Master Bundle does is it takes everything we make, everything we currently make, and everything we're going to make, and it allows everyone access to it for a subscription fee, which is only $19.99 a month.
Wow.
So for $19.99 a month, you get a world-class collection of tape machines, consoles, EQs, and everything we're going to make. So we've got, for instance, 3 new plugins coming out in about 60 days. They're amazing plugins. And if you're subscribing to this new Mix Master Bundle, you get those plugins along with everything we have, have ever made. And it's a great way for new people to get into Slate plugins. And even if you own 1 or 2, Slate digital plugins, to rather than keep on buying perpetual licenses, by using this system, you can actually save a lot of money, since a perpetual license can cost around $200 per plugin. This whole entire year for everything is about $240, but it's a monthly plan, so you only pay by the month. And if you don't,
that's like thousands, like you said, thousands of dollars worth of software gear.
Absolutely. And the cool thing is you have freedom too. I mean, okay, so it's the July, August. I'm not going to be in the studio much this month, and I'm just hypothetically saying it's the summertime. Stop paying for your plugins, save some money. And then re-rent, resubscribe, activate it again in September. Great for students who are, have certain semesters where they need to have mixing projects and production projects. Great for collaboration. Let's say you're collaborating with someone across the world, and you have a bunch of Slate, plugins on your on your project. then they can just download a subscription for a month and have all of the plugins for the project. So there's a lot of freedom, but the beauty is it's just an option. We're not getting rid of perpetual licenses. If you want to buy the plugins, you do the exact same thing you've always done. It's not going to affect anything. It's just an added alternative.
Well, and I think that's revolutionary. I noticed that we use Sonar, and Sonar just is moving to that model as well. So I think that's kind of something that's starting to kick in a little bit in the industry. How long ago did you guys start thinking about doing this?
We were approached by Gobbler, who's the company that we're working with on this project.
Okay, yeah, I think that's who's working with. With Cakewalk as well.
Right. So Gobbler approached us to do this, and they presented the idea, and I said that really falls in line with our business model, which was getting people a lot of content and not making them have to rob a bank in order to do so.
Yeah. Now, you didn't always design software, if I'm not mistaken. You started off in the business in a different area. Can you tell us a bit about how you got into the business?
Well, when I was about, 12, 13 years old, I had a crush on this girl in 5th grade. Her name was...
Isn't that always the story?
Yeah, her name was Cindy, and she had all these pictures of Vanilla Ice all over her folders, and I said, okay, well, I get it. I got to be a rock star. So I asked my mother for a guitar, and that's kind of what got me into this whole mess. I started out as a musician and playing music and playing drums and playing guitar, and eventually I said, okay, well, I've got to record all these little crappy songs I keep writing with my little band, and then I started getting into the whole production and recording side, and then I started a studio in Boston, started making a few drum samples, and when I got to L.A., my objective was to become a protege of a very famous producer, and then become a major producer myself. But what some of these big producers ended up really liking was some of my drum samples, and they said, hey, well, we don't want you to be we don't want you as an assistant, but we want you to keep making some drum samples. So my first product was a drum sample product called Steven Slate Drums, and then I kind of bit the bullet of just making stuff, because making products and
making. Just want to let you know, I've used those drums for any of the samples. They came with Sonar, so those are great drums.
Oh, cool. Yeah. So that's right. We did make a deal with Sonar years ago. So yeah. So I mean, making products has been something I love doing, and it's much like making a song or producing something. You're making a product. When you're making a piece of music, the final product is that piece of music, and when I make a product, it might be a plugin or a piece of hardware or a touchscreen console. So it's a great, fulfilling experience, and I love doing it.
So one of the things that people always use when they talk about your product, it's the sound is very musical. How did you, come from a production standpoint, how do you basically intersect that with technology? What do you do to get that sound out of your gear?
Well, coming from a background of a lot of analog gear, I noticed that analog gear has a sound to it. It's not just a process. There's something else going on. And what I ended up realizing was that dynamic nonlinear artifacts are what creates a lot of analog sound. For instance, when someone says, I really like the sound of that Neve preamp, what they're actually saying is, I like the nonlinear artifacts that happen throughout that circuit. And what we started to do in digital plugins is we were one of the first companies to start recreating all of these things that on paper look kind of wrong. I mean, for instance, look at a tape machine. A tape machine has tons of nonlinearities. As soon as the amplitude gets higher, the top end starts to saturate. There's harmonics, there's distortions, but all of these things create the great sound that we know of as that tape sound. So we started to emulate these things in the digital domain, and people really seem to enjoy it. So we keep doing it.
Yeah. Well, and piece of gear that we used was the mastering suite that you had. Actually, the studio that we recorded at, that's what they swear by, and it's a great tool. Now, with your different processes, are you basically trying to tackle every different facet of the recording process with the software?
Sure. I mean, we want tools that can help you just make a final piece of music. So we're on a mission to do that. We just introduced the virtual mix rack, which filled in a big piece of the puzzle. It's got EQs and compressors for mixing. So there's a lot of stuff that we're coming out with that's going to continue that mission to give a great arsenal of tools to help you make a great piece of music.
Now, you do hardware as well.
Sure.
Obviously. So tell us a bit about, obviously you've got the touchscreen.
Yeah, so, here we are in the, making all these plugins that take all this hardware and all these racks of gear that were once sitting in a rack, and now it's all on your computer screen.
Yeah.
And that's what a DAW has basically done. Like a DAW like Sonar or Pro Tools or Logic, what they're really doing is saying, okay, we're going to take a tape machine, a mixing console, your effects racks, and your editor. We're all going to put it on a computer screen. And what we did with the Raven is we took that computer screen and we made it into a control surface.
Yes.
So now you see all those pretty faders in Pro Tools. You can reach out and grab them and use them like they were real faders.
Yeah.
And you can mix again, and it's amazing. There's a lot of great things you can do when you turn your screen into a control surface.
Well, one of the things that I thought was fascinating about the Slate Raven was that you incorporate in the user interface a lot of what they would have to actually launch other applications. If I remember rightly, there were things at the bottom where you were able to access
you're talking about a system, a feature called the batch command system. And what it is it's a series of buttons, which, by the way, we just introduced an iOS remote for these buttons. And these buttons execute up to 1,000 key commands, menu selections, and mouse clicks.
Yeah.
So with one button, you can perform like 1,000 different functions. For instance, let's say you have a big drum track and you have a whole bunch of kick drum transients. With one button, I can take every single kick drum transient, break it up, put it on the grid, fade it, and consolidate it. Something that would have taken you 20 minutes takes you 10 seconds.
Yeah, that's the thing I really liked about. Obviously, the touchscreen was great with the Slate Raven, but I think being able to get that workflow time down to a shorter time, that was pretty amazing. Are there any other hardware pieces that you guys are focusing on right now?
For hardware right now, it's the Raven on the Slate Media Technology side. Then there was a big project we've been working on for a while at Slate Digital called the Virtual Microphone System.
Okay.
And what that's doing is kind of combining hardware knowledge and software knowledge. So we built this very clean and clear, measurement-style cardioid a large diaphragm condenser mic.
Okay.
And then it pairs up with a preamp and then a software plugin. And what the plugin does is it takes that very, neutral sound of the microphone and makes it sound like vintage microphones.
Okay.
So you can make that very clean and clear microphone sound like a U47. And again, it's the same type of modeling we do for our plugins. It's going to add the nonlinear, harmonics and the frequency response and the warmth of a very specific microphone. So we've got a lot of cool microphones that we're using as references, and we're going to have one microphone that on one session you'll have some big, moody, thick sound, and then you'll have an R&B singer. You'll have some airy and clean and clear like a C12 or 251, and it's going to have a lot of versatility and low cost. And again, it's bringing what was previously a very expensive tool to the masses, and I love that. That's what I love doing.
Well, we've talked earlier in the show today about how the business has gone. So with 30 seconds left, what would you like to tell people about about you have multiple companies. Let's get that, and then also the URLs for those companies.
So yeah, we have Slate Digital that does the plugins, the analog model plugins at slatedigital.com. SlateMT.com does the touchscreens, and then StephenSlateDrums.com will do all the drum software and virtual instruments.
Well, I want to encourage everybody to go to those URLs because Steven's an amazing, talented man with some great gear as well as great software. This is a Changing Stage radio show. We're going to be signing out of the NAMM show for this segment. We'll be back tomorrow, brought to you by SIR as well as Pitbull Audio.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you for listening to WS Radio. Improve your business and your life with useful information from experts and thought leaders. WS Radio is radio with ROI.
Are you serious about your music? Are you ready to run with the big dogs? The experts at Pitbull Audio have the gear to get you into the game. Serious gear for serious players from leading manufacturers like Mesa Boogie, Fender, Pioneer, Ernie Ball, and American Audio. To sound your best, you need the best. Dropping beats, shredding guitar, or making the crowd roar. Whatever you dream, Pitbull Audio can make it happen. PitbullAudio.com. The action starts here. PitbullAudio.com.
Meet Profit Bandit, the best way to find new Amazon inventory using only your smartphone. Scan any barcode and in less than 5 seconds, Profit Bandit shows you Amazon sales rank, competing offers, whether Amazon's selling the item, who has the buy box, your potential Amazon profit, and more. Customizable settings allow you to calculate FBA or MFN profit down to the penny. Available for iPhone and Android, and your satisfaction is guaranteed. Visit sellerengine.com/Ask Janelle for a special offer.
On the internet, your business's reputation can be unjustly destroyed in an instant. Don't wait for that to happen. Building and marketing your 5-star reputation can increase your business by as much as 19%. Take control of your reputation and have the 5-star reputation you deserve with Reputation Marketing Solutions by DSI Development. Become the go-to company by visiting 5starrepmarketing.com. The number 5starrepmarketing.com.
I have some good news for a change. With the stressful times upon us, having a regular glass of wine has proved in many studies to reduce stress. Want some more stress-relieving tips? VinVillage.com is an exciting new social organization connecting wine lovers around the country with an exclusive local and online wine lifestyle experience. VinVillage members can meet others online and in person, attend wine dinners and tastings, participate in forums, blogs, and wikis, purchase limited and exclusive wines, even create your own wine. You heard me. Create your own wine. And best yet, membership is free. So reduce some of the stress and have some fun. Join now and connect with thousands of other like-minded wine lovers. To learn more, go to vinvillage.com. That's www.vinvillage.com. VinVillage is where wine lovers connect.
Hi, this is Rob Barnett, vinvillage.com, where wine lovers connect. Be sure to tune in weekly to VinVillage Radio for exclusive, in-depth interviews with the who's who in wine and food.